In O-level, sometimes they ask you to sketch trigonometry graph. There are many ways to do it. Now I want to explain, in this video, I want to explain a method that I think is going to be much faster than usual, right? In this video, I'm going to explain about for sine or cosine graph only, right? And we are going to use a very simple example, right? No, not so simple actually. A little bit complicated, but I'm going to show you how simple it is to solve, to sketch this graph. Now, let's say the question asks you to sketch this graph. Y equals to 5 cosine, open bracket, x minus 30 degree, close bracket, minus 2. And x is between negative 360 degree to positive 360 degree. They ask you to sketch this one. You decide that this graph is quite complicated. What you need to do is you label this equation and you make simpler and simpler equation. Some other equation is related but not the same. You label this as A, then you make a graph, another equation B. You just remove the negative 2 here, right? Of course, this one you use pencil, right? Don't show it in your exam paper. And so B is slightly simpler version question than A. Then you make another equation, another simpler equation. Instead of putting 5, you just put the cosine x minus 30. Then the last one, you make it very, very simple. You change the question, you change the equation, make it into y equals to cosine x. Then the graph for sine and cosine is always like this. You just need to decide which is the 0 or which one is the y-axis. Yeah. Okay. We start from the and x is between negative 360 to 360. So from negative 360 to 360. And we draw the simplest one. We draw D. We draw equation D. And it's only y equals to cosine x. Then it will be very, very simple. If you put the x equals to 0, if you put the y-axis here, it will be wrong. So don't put it there. Remember, if it is cosine, you start from the top. So you put it here. X equals to 0 and this top here. Or maybe this top here. Yeah. So this one, later you're going to draw the y-axis here. But this is a trick. Don't put the axis first. You draw the x-axis and y-axis the last. Yeah. You put x-axis and y-axis the last. So x is 0 here. Then we put some other number. Here x is equals to 360 degree. Yeah. And this is negative 360. And this is negative 720. Yes. So we draw D without the x and y axis. We already draw D here. Now we must modify it to make it into C. What will happen? Cosine x minus 30. You shift the graph to the left or to the right? To the right. Yeah. Then all this so now this is how you do it. instead of drawing a new graph, it is faster if you just change the label. And the label, don't put the label on the axis here, yeah, because it might interfere with the graph. So we put it outside here, either below or on top, using pencil, either below or on top. Or for the y-axis, you put it on the right, yeah. Then x minus 30, that means you shift the graph to the right. You shift the graph to the right, and the number will change, yeah. This is not 0 anymore. This one will become minus 30. This one will turn into 330. This one will turn into negative 390. And that's, we finished drawing graph C. And don't forget the y here, the y value here is, this is, I think we erase this part, yeah. This is positive 1, 0, and negative 1. So we already draw C. How to change it into B? Times 5. That means the value of y we multiply by 5. This one you change it into 5, and negative 1 you change it into negative 5. So we finish drawing B. The next one, minus 2. Shift the graph down. Instead of shifting the graph, we change the numbers only. We change the numbers. This 5 will turn into 3. And 0 will turn into negative 2. And this, how about negative 5 will turn into minus 7. We change that way. So that's it. Almost finished. What must we do? We must draw the x and y. Oh, I think we erase a little bit, yeah, on the left hand side here. This is 360, yeah. This is 330, yeah. 330, that means 360 is a little bit on the right side, yeah. We label here. And 360, yeah. 390, that means negative 360 is a little bit on the right. Then we can erase further, yeah. Yeah, with this, we can erase further. Yeah, this is 3, this is minus 2, this is minus 7. Where should you put the x-axis? Where should you put the x-axis? Is it on negative 2? Or slightly below, or slightly on top? Of course, slightly on top. Yeah, a little bit on top, yeah. Between 3 and negative 2, near to negative 2. So that's the x-axis. Where's the y-axis? Y-axis is slightly to the right of, this is negative 30. This is positive 90, yeah. This is 60 because 30 plus 90 is 60. Then you need to shift that a bit nearer to negative 30. Yeah, it's somewhere between negative 30 to 60, but near to negative 30. Yeah. Okay. That's the graph. Almost finished. We still need to label. We still need to label on the x-axis, the value on the x-axis and the y-axis. Yeah. We need to label the. Okay. We draw dotted lines here. Dotted lines. Yeah. And dotted lines here. And dotted lines. Yeah. Dotted lines here. This is 360. This is 330. Before this one is 180. Then you minus 30 become 150. So you label here. You label here 150. Before this is negative 180. Then after you minus away become negative 210. Negative 210. This is negative 360. Then this is negative 390. Still, you need to do this one is 0, of course. Yeah. Still, you need to do a little bit more. You must erase the one that is outside of the range because the question specifically mentioned they want only from negative 360 to positive 360. Yes, so even that 390 is, yeah. So that's how you do that very, very quickly, sine and cosine. Yeah, remember the step is you draw several periods of sine and cosine, then you decide which point is 0. Then you label the value of x and y outside. Then you modify. Avoid changing the graph. Instead, is better if you change the value only. Then put the x and y axis the last. Yeah. So that's what I want to tell you, right? I think it might help you sketching the figure graph faster. Okay. Thank you for watching my video. See you.